Hello, welcome back to SARS Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody that is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody that is watching on the replay. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. If you haven't already, hit that bell notification as well, so you're notified every time we go live. Thank you very much to Mo, firstly, for the redirect. We got about 130 people in here, so make sure you're smashing the like button. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, guys. If you're not subscribed to me, get it done, man. Come on, do you know what I mean? This is a one-stop shop for Arsenal content, so make sure to get it done, people. I am joined. Is it a bit low? It might be a bit low. Is my mic a bit low? I'm not sure. Hello. I think it's all right. I think it might be all right. Anyway, I am joined today by my fellow Gooner, man like Catches in the building. First time debutant on the channel. How you doing, my broski? You good?
Come on, I'm all good, man. Thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Good,
it's a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine, man. Pleasure is mine, man. But now, big up to you, my man, bro. Big up to you, man. We are also going to be joined by Martin, who said he's going to be joining us in a couple of minutes as well. So Martin is going to be on the video as well to talk about Arsenal. But guys, like I said, make sure you're smashing the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. Link to the channel, link to Catch's channel is going to be in the description as well. So make sure to go and subscribe to him as well. Give him a bit of help to get some subscribers. He does do Arsenal content as well. He's been doing watch along. So guys, just go over there and support him. Do you know what I mean? Just help him out, man. But listen, big up to everybody who is tuned in, man. We are here to do the match reaction for Arsenal versus Wolves 2-0 at the end of it. Listen, like the title says, bro, Saka and Havertz just basically running the show, man. Do you know what I mean? They're just doing what they do. Havertz started us off with the scoring, and then Saka with an amazing cross follows it up with just a little tuck inside onto his left foot. Bang. Ain't nobody saving that. You could put Neuer in goal. He ain't saving that. Do you know what I mean? It's just an amazing goal, man. But listen, I'm feeling so good. But Catch, let's go to you first. How are you feeling after that win, bro? First game of the season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't really judge it too much because it's the first game of the season. Not everyone's fully fit, but for the players, for me, that stood out, I would say Havertz, Saka, obviously. The defense was solid. They didn't really give us that many problems. So, and then I would Zinchenko. Everyone gets onto Zinchenko. I get onto him myself, but he weren't that bad. He didn't have a bad game, but yeah, like I said, I don't think he was that bad yesterday.
Big up.
Big up to Martin, man. Martin's here as well. Martin's here with us. He'll testify to that I am one of them guys that gets onto Zinchenko. Do you know what I mean? He's always having to fight battles against me. Listen, man, the guy's a defensive liability, doesn't deserve to be at the highest level. Do you know what I mean? But that's just listen. Big up to him for putting passes together and being actually good on the ball when that's what he's supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah,
I just don't think that there's. You have to separate the defensive frailty from what he brings when he has the ball. There's not a lot of people like him in the game which are able to pick those passes through congested midfields and whatever. Even other players have said that he's like one of the hardest guys to stop because you don't know what he's going to do, where he's going to put the ball. So I don't know. There's a value there. I think you need to direct your anger at Arteta, but he's already signed Calafiori and Timber, so you've got nothing to worry about. Zinchenko's not going to be a left back liability, I don't think, for much longer.
Yeah, and for me, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say go on to you because
with the Zinchenko thing, it's like I feel like we've just outgrown him. Like he got us to this point with and the same thing. I think we've outgrown Jesus as well. He needs to go ASAP.
No,
ASAP.
My boys. Jesus is like one of the last. He's one of the last of the Mohicans. He's like one of the last artists that like are on the field. He'll do silly like step over back passes at high risk.
Yeah,
Point
wallahi,
blank into Partey's.
sometimes it gets. Listen, sometimes it gives me heart attacks, bro. What Jesus does, isn't it? But he's techie. The thing is, for me, I'm probably the opposite. Obviously, Zinchenko, I think we've definitely outgrown him. I think that is a good way to put it. I think he just isn't made for where we are at the moment. He may be able to be like a fringe player, somebody in the background that you could bring on against like lower teams.
Yeah.
But against harder opponents like a Man City, like a Liverpool, bro, he'll get cooked on the left back position. Do you know what I mean? And Jesus, bro, he just can be utilized. If he can stay fit, bro, he could be utilized at strike. He could be utilized at right wing, left wing. Do you know what I mean? There's too many positions he can fill, bro, where I can't get rid of him just that easy, bro.
Do you know what my saying is? Yeah, you know when you've got a player that could play low, like you could use him here, you could use him there. That is a bad sign for me. Like if you could not lock down your position and then we're thinking, oh no, we could use him for here. He'll be handy for here. We brought you for striker. If you can't lock down your striker position, I don't want you, in my opinion.
Well, the thing is, for me, yeah, because I fully understand that logic and I understand he hasn't made that position his, yeah. However, what I will say is when it comes to him being able to be utilized in those different positions, I think we're trying to improvise on the situation. Yes, he hasn't worked at striker 100%, but his ball playing ability, his passing is still something that's very useful, which you can utilize on the wings, which is the reason why. And listen, he can score goals. It's just maybe he isn't the most clinical player, bro. He's actually quite bad in front of goal at times, but he could still pull out a moment, bro, just out of nowhere where he could, like, do you not remember the freaking goal he scored? I think it was against Sevilla away from home, bro, where he curled it into the top bins, bro. So, like, I definitely think there's places you can utilize him, and he could definitely be like a chess piece on the board. Do you know what I mean? But he might not be the most important one, but he's still a chess piece that can be utilized.
I think we got to look at that game against Bayern where we had to get a second goal after we gave them 2 goals at home. And he sent their whole like 7 or 8 defenders the wrong way and passed it to Trossard for like an easy tap in the corner. So there's times that we'll need him. And a counterpoint to that, like if I can understand that, like you should know your position, but I don't think we're trying to do that as a team. I think we're trying to make it so that everyone has 2 or 3 positions, and we need to be unpredictable. Because I think being predictable is probably our Achilles heel in that teams know how to set up against us. They'll do a mid block. They'll say Saka's going to be over here, and they'll figure us out pretty quickly. So I like the way that we do have a lot of multi-talented players, but it's going to make people angry. Like, you know, if Havertz plays in the midfield and people are like, well, he's not a midfielder, but I think it's just how Arteta's going to run this game. He's going to be annoying like that. He's going to be unpredictable and utilize these players that way.
Yeah. A bigger R1 ups, man. He says, you reckon you lot need a left winger. I put my neck on the chopping block. In regards to like Martinelli, and I said, listen, he's gonna win the player of the season for us. And there you are, Martin. Why are you laughing, bro? Why are you laughing?
No, that's a big call. I wouldn't go that far. I've got Martinelli stocks, but I wouldn't say he's going to be our player of the season.
All I'm saying is let's bring in Mikel Moreno and let's let Calafiori or Timber play at left back. Let's see a different left side of. Let's see a different players on that left side to see how it works with Martinelli, because he needs somebody to help him out with the overlaps. Like too many people have dusted off Martinelli, bro. I'm not gonna have that.
No way. All right. The thing with me with the Martinelli situation, when you watch Arsenal, 90% of our play is literally down the right. So when you've got Martinelli on the left and you get about 2-3 times to attack your defender in the half, and where Saka's getting so many opportunities because everything's coming down that side. So it's going to look, and for the second thing, we ain't had a good left-sided 8 to play there with him. We've mixed and matched here and there. So for me, it's like when we get someone like Moreno that could actually play there and spray balls to him and link up maybe, then take your judgment. Everyone, no way. I'm not hearing that on Martinelli. That's my guy.
Yeah,
I
listen.
think there's
way.
another thing that we forget about it. It's the winger has to be defensive as well as offensive, and Martinelli's very good at tracking back, helping out the left back with whoever they're dealing with over there, and he tends to tire out his opposite number for like 60% of the game, just making them chase him around, and then Trossard comes on, and everyone's buggered. So it just seems to be that dynamic that Arteta likes.
Hey, Toka and Broski. They don't understand. They don't know that I'm like 5 stages ahead, bro. Do you know what I mean? The phase thing, I'm like 10 phases ahead, bro. I'm already into phase 15, bro. And I know what's going on. I know what's going on in phase 15, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I know that Fabio Vieira's got something for me. He may be on the list to get loaned out, but it's all part of the plan, bro. He gets loaned out, then he gets to come back with a bit more energy, a bit more experience. Like, bro, don't worry, man. I'm on it, bro. I'm on it, man. Big up Fabio Vieira, man. He just needs to bulk up.
Yeah, he definitely needs to get in the gym. He's too feeble. Definitely.
He's skinny. He's skinny. As my Jamaican brother said, he's mager, bro. He's just thin, bro. Like he needs to get into the gym, bro. He needs to get his weight up, bro, because the way my man's getting pressed off the ball quick time and muscled off the ball is just mad. But in regards to this game,
sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
With Viera, do you think that we're gonna use him as the other right winger for Saka?
I hope not, bro. I hope not. I think if you need to play him, he needs to go down the middle, and he can possibly come in as like if you want to give Martin Odegaard a rest, you can bring him in. But as a right winger, bro, I don't think he's got the pace for that. I don't think he's got the physicality for that to play on that right side. As you can see, bro, that right side is very congested, bro, because everybody goes there because that's where most of our technical ability is. Most of our technical ability is going down that right side with Ben White and with Odegaard, bro. So that right side, you get a lot of people just trying to muscle everyone off the ball. He hasn't got the capabilities for that to be able to get past them and do what Saka does. Saka is elite at using his body to either draw a foul or to like shift off of the player and move off. Saka is elite at that. I don't think Fabio Vieira has that capability because I don't think he's strong enough. Saka he's wham, bro. Although he looks like a skinny guy, bro, he's actually wham, bro. If you look at him and look at the way him, bro, he's wham. So listen, for me, I just think him playing on the right wing is mad, bro. It's mad for us to use him there. But yeah, obviously speaking of Saka in this game, man. I mean, listen, people talk about Cole Palmer didn't have enough time in the preseason. Broski, my star boy just come into the game, bro. He's like, bro, what? You want me to perform? Say less, bro. Let me put in a couple crosses. Let me take a couple shots. Do you know what I mean? Let me do what I do anyway, bro. Because these guys are hate watching me. Let me just show them something. So what are you lot's his thoughts, man, on Saka, bro? We've been crazy in the game, man.
You go, man. I don't actually know your name, but
Catch. Sorry, it's Catch.
Cool. Yeah, Martin. I was on Mo's show and the Rivals Rumble thing.
I saw that, bro.
And Mo tried to turn it into a subject of like, is Saka our like clutch player now? And then the Chelsea fans were trying to tell me that he wasn't clutch, but basically he was clutch today. Every team in the Premier League you have to beat, and he took that cross. Like normally he's a bit wasteful with his crosses, but it seems like they've been working on that a bit. And there was no way Havertz could miss that. It was basically in front of the keeper, just needed a deflection, easy goal. And then the finish was very unexpected on the second shot, and I think that's why Jose Sa was there, just flat-footed, going, "Oh, jeez, he just got it past my near post." But yeah, he had one of those games where he's just going to bring the numbers, and I think he's going to get better and better at getting that little yard on his defender to be able to shoot and cross. It's kind of like Robin used to do. You know what he's going to do, and then he'd be like a foot ahead, and then he'd be able to get the cross or the pass in and the shot. So I'm not
You
saying
can't
he is
stop
Robin,
him.
but he's getting there.
Yeah, no, 100%. Go on, catch, bro.
I'll be real. I'm not the biggest Saka fan.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's the soft spot I got for Martinelli, and I feel like Saka's just a golden boy. No matter what he does, Martinelli will have the better game, and then Martinelli's the one always getting subbed off. It's like it's just never fair with me. So I have like a soft spot for Martinelli that Saka just gets treated too good. Am
Well,
I
he does
wrong?
have Odegaard and overlaps from Ben White and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I can hear it.
I think in regards to what you've said there, it's definitely understandable because I feel like with the team, if you look at what Mikel Arteta's doing with the team as well, you look at the way he actually puts the team out there, it's very reliant, and it's like he builds the team around Saka. So he tries to get the best out of him, which kind of leaves Martinelli like a touchline winger, which he's not, bro. Martinelli originally, even if we're actually speaking facts, Martinelli is a striker. He's not even a winger, but you're putting him in the winger position and then making him just cross the ball in. Like you're not even allowing him the space to go in and roam in the box and take shots and that. Do you know what I mean? When he does, he has to force it himself, where he's covered by like 3 men, and he has to get one part off shot, which goes straight to the keeper because he's got no space to move in or no space to maneuver in. So now I could definitely understand that, but the thing is, for me, bro, Saka's just my star boy. And listen, I love Martinelli as well.
And that's
Nelly
the
is my
point.
star boy as well. But there was star boy number 1, and then there was the star boy number 2. And the thing is, like, Saka will always have like, I feel like Saka is always just like the golden child because of what he done at the start, bro. Do you know when we were in the mud, bro? He was the one that was just playing every position. He was like, bro, I'll do whatever I need to. I'll die for the team, bro. Do you know what I mean? He was actually like, bro. I remember that goal that he scored. Do you guys remember Man City like 3 seasons ago, bro? Where they passed the ball in. I think it was Zinchenko that passed the ball in.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think, or
Lacazette,
somebody.
Scummy or something like that.
Yeah, and Saka just puts it into the bottom right corner, bro, and then he's just celebrating in front of the fans, bro. Like it was just, bro. It's just the thing is,
Are we forgetting Smith Rowe as well? Smith Rowe's done this,
bro. ESR is a soft spot for me, bro, and the fact that he's gone,
I love it. I want him to do so well. I think I feel so sorry for him for the injuries and everything.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I think for me, Saka, I think he played very well in that game, and the thing is, Ashley is going on a mad one at the moment on a tangent. Ashley, I don't know who you support, my brother. Do you support Chelsea or do you support Tottenham? Because you said that he got he said that he got done by a Udogi. So I don't know where he got done by Udogi, but listen, the last time Saka came up, if you are a Spurs fan, brother, last time we came up against you, Saka Saka sent one centre back / left back to the shop, and then he sent the goalkeeper to the shop and put him bottom left corner, bro. And then he sat there telling you, hold on a minute, what's going on? And he said that he supports Arsenal. Ashley, bro, what's going on, man? Brother, there's no need to be so like. What's with the hatred, bro? Relax. Because he was like, oh, you. Let me get the comment. Actually,
I think Villa gonna dominate you.
Yep. He said you're praising a fish for swimming, bro. Like, no, I'm not, bro. I'm praising him because he actually had a good game, bro. He was taking on his man, which I constantly criticize him for because I feel like he never takes on his man. He's always passing the ball backwards, which is not a good thing. As a winger, I feel like you should be more direct. And that is something that Martinelli has over him, is that he's more direct as a winger. Of course, he doesn't keep his head up, unfortunately, but he's much more direct than him. But Saka's now taking on his man more, and that's what I want to see. I want to see him use that ability, bro. Use that speed that you still have, bro. And then take on your man, bro, because that's what you need to do. But listen, for me, I think Saka was very good. Personally, I think that although he got the man of the match, I think somebody else should have gotten it personally. personally, I think Kai Havertz should have gotten man of the match. I know it's about to be mad, but personally, I think he should have got the man of the match just because of his movement during the game. And if you see like the kind of passes he was doing, he was very. Bro, listen, Kai Havertz. If this season, if we don't get a striker, and if he can actually play and improve on last season and get to like 20 goals, 25 goals,
Kai's getting us 20 goals.
Do you
I'm
think
telling
so?
you now, Kai Havertz is getting us 20 goals in the Prem this season.
Yeah, you know what? I think when you look at Kai, yeah, you look at last season, he got 17. Was it 17 GA overall? I think it was yeah, I think it was 12
Might have been
goals.
20. I think it was 13 goals and 7 assists or something.
Yeah, I think it was 13 goals and something assists. I forgot what the assist was, but either way, that was in like 18 games playing striker. Imagine what he could do with a whole season. Let's just imagine what he could do with the whole season, yeah?
Yeah, he got 13 goals and 7 assists.
13 goals, 7 assists, yeah? So imagine what he could do with the whole season, yeah? Everybody cussing this guy out, everybody going crazy. He came into here, bro, got hella abuse from rivals, abuse from our own fan base, me included. I'm gonna put my hand up there, me included. The own fan base was abusing him. Obviously, I wasn't abusing him like fully going into his family and all that shit that these weirdos do, but obviously I was just his footballing ability. Now, then obviously he managed to get the 13 goals, 7 assists. Like, bro, if he gets the full season at striker, obviously I think we still need a striker. I think we need a bagsman. I want Victor Gyökeres. Do you know what I mean? That's the dream.
Gyökeres.
Gyökeres, bro. Listen,
Gyökeres. If we get Gyökeres, we've won the Prem. We get Gyökeres, it's over. It is over.
Say that, bro.
And did you see him score again this weekend?
Bro, 6 GA, bro. 6 GA already, bro. It's 2 games, bro. It's 2 games, man. It's actually nuts. So listen, I think we still do need a bagsman, but I still think that Kai Havertz is very good at playing like a different style if we want to play a different style. Because I think if we bring in, let's say for instance, we bring in a bagsman, yeah, and we bring in a like a poacher, a goal scoring striker, we won't be able to play the same as what we're playing now. We won't be able to play like that. We will need to incorporate a different system to fit the striker in regards to him, obviously crossing it a bit more, feeding him a bit more. I think Martinelli won't be as good in that system. I think you'll need more of a Trossard in that system who can cross the ball with both feet, because coming off of that left side, Martinelli hasn't got really much of a left foot. He will need to keep on going onto his right and then crossing it in. Do you know what I mean? Which is something that I think the personnel will have to change to incorporate a bagsman striker. So I'm just looking at this situation. If we do get Gyökeres and we bring him in, like I'm just excited to see what happens. But I still think Kai Havertz is very useful in the other system where we're using him. Do you know what I mean? And he gets goals. We saw what he done to Chelsea, bro. He wrapped them in a spliff, bro, and smoked it. So yeah, I'm all up for having Kai Havertz now. I just hope that maybe he can do something I'm hoping that he can do something to repay us back for that 65 million, like win us a Premier League or win us a Champions League. Do you know what I mean? If he wins us Champions League, bro, just put him a statue next to Arsene Wenger. Khalas, salamu alaikum, and we're on to the next one, bro.
Kai wins us a champs, I'll get a tattoo of Kai.
Yeah, bro.
I love him already. So if he wins us a Champions League, it's over.
Bro, you and Hooks are gonna get along, bro. Because Hooks is another guy who's on the streams with us. Kai can do nothing. Kai can do no wrong in his eyes, bro. It's always, bro. Let me just talk about Kai now. Let me just see what's going on.
Well, I remember it was me and Hooks talking you off the ledge once we signed Kai. You were in mad depression. You were like, "This is the worst thing that Arsenal's ever done." And now look at you. You're like, he's man of the match.
Don't take
And
me
look
back
at
to
now,
them days,
this is
bro. Don't take me
crazy.
back to them days, man. Don't take me back to them days, man. I was on the edge, bro. I was on the edge, bro.
He was on the edge.
No, because bro, we just bottled the title, and I expected us to go out and get a striker, and then we bring Kai Havertz in. I'm like, bro, what is this? Do you know what I mean? So I was just a bit underwhelmed and just vexed. And yeah, listen, he's proved me wrong. Do you know what I mean? He's proved me wrong.
But you know what as well? I've kind of come to learn that I was an Arteta out fan straight away. I didn't want him, and then when he done the whole I wanted him gone. But as it's gone on, I've learned to every signings Arteta's made, 9 out of 10 of them works. He don't really like. It's very rare he gets it wrong, and people can say, "Oh, Zinchenko." No, he got it right at the time. Now we've just outgrown them. Do you see it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been Arteta in the whole way through, and it's brought me a lot of abuse. But I'm actually kind of excited to see what Marino turns into if we do sign him and Calafiori, because the players that come in aren't the same players that end up playing for us. They take on another role. They bring something extra to their game that Arteta pushes into them. So I'm excited to see that. I think Marino might be a bit more attacking than what he used to be for Sociedad, because they sit in quite defensive shapes and stuff like that. So he might not be the biggest duel winner in all 5 leagues anymore, but he might be more of a guy that Xhaka used to get that little pass into Martinelli for him to run around the corner and get a first-time cross in, that kind of thing. I think we've been missing that kind of stuff. So hopefully we can unlock a bit more from our team. But I do want to have that striker, obviously. Everyone wants that bags, man. There's still talk of Tony going around. You know, I've been banging the Tony drum for feels like 3 years now. But
You weren't in the squad today either.
No,
I think
apparently he's
he's
going
Saudi though.
Saudi or something. But
Lahli is in for him, bro.
But you said 9 out of 10 times. I want to pick up on that, because I've been trying to get Saad to do a show where we review all of the signings from Arteta since day one and see what's in the fail column and how much that cost and what's in the success column, because I don't think anyone we really do that. You need to look at just how hard it is to build a team that's going to compete with Man City and do it on a budget over 3-4 years with a fucking pandemic in the middle of it. I think it's been crazy to get there, but you don't take a second and look back at where you came from that much. So right now there's a lot of Emery chat going on. People going about how Emery should have got more time and he would have won us trophies by now and whatever. It's just a crazy debate to have after you've just won your first game of the season. But you know what our fan base likes to do.
Yeah, but that's all cliche as well with the Emery. Because everyone just works at different places. It don't mean because he's doing that at Aston Villa. If we had him at Arsenal, he's going to do the same thing. It's just reactionary, really, isn't it?
I think with Emery, this whole thing is I kind of want to nip it in the bud, because anybody who's saying that Emery deserved more time doesn't. I don't think you fully remember the situation that we were in, and I don't think you remember how bad it was, where he lost the dressing room to a point where people were taking the piss out of him in training, bro. He's in a training session, people taking the piss out of him to his face. It was not a good scenario to be in. Yeah, he got us to a Europa League final and got smacked in the final. It wasn't even we didn't even put up a fight, bro. It was just slapping, bro. Chelsea embarrassed us.
And it weren't a really good Chelsea team either. That's
and also Chelsea didn't even have anything to fight for, because they were in top 4 already. So they didn't even have top 4 to fight for. We had to get top 4. We had to win that to get top 4 to get into Champions League.
Well, we also lost a whole bunch of our last games of that season too. We could have got top 4 without Europa League, but we threw that away as well at the same time.
That was the Tottenham and Newcastle, and we had to rely on Norwich to beat Tottenham in the end of the season, bro. So
yeah. And then he lost the dressing room. We can't do anything about that. I don't think he can handle very big ego players that well, and we had a lot of those guys sitting around that change room at that time. But at Aston Villa, I think it's a great setup for him. I'm very happy for him. I'm actually very apprehensive about fighting Villa on the weekend. I saw them against West Ham, and that just looked like 2 big, skillful brutes of teams, So we've got our work cut out for us.
Just to say, I think we might in the next couple of minutes we're gonna get the here we go for Mikel Marino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Fabrizio Romano has just put the eyes on the tweet, bro. So it's most likely finally gonna be the here we go, bro.
Isn't it kind of funny that we've stopped Liverpool getting Zubamendi because Sociedad didn't want to lose their two midfielders?
I'm creasing inside. Do you know what I mean? I'm laughing inside, bro. Out of respect for Hassam, I'm not gonna laugh too hard, bro, because that's the broski right there, isn't it? But
Hassan is a legend.
Bro,
There you are.
Bro,
literally,
he's got.
My missus will tell you. That's all I say to her. There you are.
There you
Bro,
are.
there you are is just too addictive, bro. You just say
It's
there you
legendary.
are. There you are.
Legendary.
Oh man, but yeah, listen, I think now we need to go to the argument part of the argument segment of the stream. So Catch, I'm gonna pass this over to you, my brother. Let us know why you think that Odegaard was not the best player on the or one of the best players on the pitch.
What you said. You said he was spectacular.
I think he was spectacular.
No. When the ball is going to you 90% of the time, and you give me one little cutback pass to Havertz the whole game, that's not enough for me as a captain as well.
So this is where I disagree, and this is what I would say he was doing though. If you look at a lot of the times he gets the ball, firstly, he's the one who's starting all of our presses and constantly running for the team. Always doing that. So that's something that I rate very highly.
Let me hold you there because my cousin does this a lot. We're praising people to do what you're getting praised for running. Is that what we're doing?
No, it's not necessarily running per se, but if you're the one initiating the press and you're the one that's starting the press and being able to get the ball, interceptions that he does as well, I have to praise him for that, because there obviously running is expected, and I'm not going to go into the whole thing about, because a lot of people used to do it about Lacazette. They used to just gas up Lacazette just for running, bro, which I didn't agree with. But Martin Odegaard, it's different, bro, because he's not just running about, bro. He's pressing the players. He's also telling everybody, coordinating the press, where it's not just him just pressing by himself. Do you know what I mean? Which is something that you have to also.
A quick question: what do you rate Conor Gallagher then?
But I don't think Conor Gallagher only does that. Conor Gallagher only does that. Martin Odegaard will give you different things, and that's why I think he's spectacular.
Yeah, but you're going. We're talking about that game though. He did.
That's not the only thing. That's not the only thing though. He controlled the tempo of the game as he always does. Always passing the ball, always knowing where it's going to be, position himself in the right position for him to get the ball. He might have had that one chance that he managed to flick the ball off. Yeah, he might have had that one chance that he was trying to flick the ball off to Havertz, but there's a lot of stuff that just goes over our head because we are used to it now. Because we are used to what Martin Odegaard is, we're taking a lot of it for granted, bro. But he does a lot that we're so used to. And I realized it last season because I wasn't giving him the praise that he deserves, because I was just so used to it. Martin Odegaard, he does what he does. He does little flicks. He carries the ball well. He comes in deep, pause, and gets the ball from deep and brings it forward. Do you know what I mean? So this is stuff that we're so used to him doing it, yeah? But when he does it, we don't praise him because it's just something that we're used to him doing it. I think.
But you
now go ahead.
The word spectacular.
Yeah, because it is spectacular how he does it. He does it to a very high level, bro. That's the reason why I call him spectacular. I wouldn't say that when he has a poor game is when I don't see him on the ball, when I don't see him doing what he does normally. That's when I say, nah, he hasn't had a good game today. When you don't see him, when he's invisible. And we all know what Martin Odegaard's like in those games. We all know how he is when he does get invisible, because last season
in the big games, you mean?
But in the season before that, the first season where we challenged, we saw that from Martin Odegaard. big games, he'd be disappearing. He wouldn't be about. You wouldn't see him on the ball. You know what I mean? He'd kind of hide away from the ball and not want to get it on, or take possession of the ball and control the game. You know what I mean? He wouldn't want to do that. But now it's completely different, bro. He's comfortable taking the ball. He wants the ball first. Ships it off to Saka. Sometimes he does these balls across the pitch, bro. Diagonals straight to Martinelli, bro, or to Zinchenko, whoever making the run, bro. So I think when I say spectacular, I have stuff to back it up. But listen, I can understand if you don't think he is spectacular.
You definitely got stuff to back it up. But when we're going off yesterday's game and you're putting spectacular, that is crazy to me. He had an average game to me. He did not stand out. He was just average. And when we're playing Wolves as well, for me, you got to take that game. I get it. It's the first game of the season, so people ain't up to match fit. But you got to just take. That's not enough for me. It's not enough.
I wouldn't even use that as an excuse for Martin Odegaard because he never went to no tournament. He's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
He was actually during. I think he came back early from his holidays to train in the in Coney. So. I wouldn't even use that as an excuse for him. But listen, for me, maybe I've seen it different. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I've seen it different, but I think Odegaard was absolutely spectacular. And listen, this is just
I think it's a little from column A. It's column A and column B. He had an average game, but his average game is quite high in my books. Like it's an average game for Odegaard is like a very good game for another player, and he doesn't get a lot of recognition because maybe he's not involved in the goal and the goal.
He set standards, bro. He set standards that are too high.
There's a campaign against him right now that I don't know. The no new thing guy on Twitter that I have blocked. Apparently, he's always running with an Odegaard agenda. And
who's that?
The no new thing. You know that guy that thinks he's like Pep on Twitter that just talks about tactics and all this kind of stuff. No new thing. You never heard of him?
Nah.
He's famous. Anyway, Odegaard is underappreciated because he's doing the things which aren't necessarily the flashy attacking things. He's organizing us in defense. He's pressing the opposition. He's moving the ball. He's moving the opposition where we want them so that we can win the ball back and turn it into a counter. And a lot of that stuff is just endless running and trying to get in the right positions and shifting people around, directing traffic. He's like our conductor or orchestrator. And I don't think that necessarily gets a lot of credit.
Yeah,
I think he's our smartest player. He's obviously got the highest football IQ in the team, in my opinion, and he's like an example for everyone else to like. If he's always running, then you should always be running and closing down men, getting the ball back, and making chances and never giving up. Right. So, I think he's a good talisman.
Do you know what I like as well? Did you not see the video that was released by Arsenal, of him and Ethan sitting with talking to each other and doing the interview thing? And they were just it was like a just like a discussion. What's it called? A box something. I think they call it a box talk or something like that. But it was like a box talk or something like that, yeah. And he's literally like Ethan's just asking questions like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? This and that. Do you know what I mean? What do you think about this? How do you deal with this certain situation? And they're just talking, bro, and he's teaching. And I'm thinking, like, bro, if I want Ethan to learn from somebody, bro, I want him to learn from Odegaard, bro. I want him to learn from Odegaard, bro, because then just the information that he's giving him and the experience that he's giving him, bro, is brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Can I say a quick thing? The reason why I'm so harsh on Odegaard is because he wears the cap. For me, when you wear that captain's armband, it's more than you can't just be the same as everyone. You got to give something more for me. That's just it.
I hear it.
100%. And listen, guys, I know we're putting out just our things on here and just giving our what's it called? Ashley's going crazy in the chat. Big up to Ashley, man. Firstly, I love all my haters, man. I got a lot of love for all my haters. Like, bro, without haters, I wouldn't be here right now, bro. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have this channel. I wouldn't have Let me just check 1 second. I wouldn't have 1,745 subscribers, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like,
1,700 haters right there.
Bro. I wouldn't have those subscribers right now, and you guys help me, bro. You guys help me by being here, bro. Do you know what I mean? Actually, just like and subscribe if you haven't already, bro. I beg you. And guys, just like, man. Subscribe, man. We're trying to get to 2K, bro. We're trying to get to 2K. At least by the end of this year, man. We're trying to get to 2K. So make sure you're smashing that subscribe button, man, please. But yeah, listen, I think overall was a very good performance from Arsenal. A bit shaky at times, but that's going to happen in your first game. But overall was good. Nothing really to complain about. I did feel like in the second half we gave them a bit too much time and space, which I think with Wolves, if they had Cunha on a bit earlier and they had Neto there, it would have been trouble, bro. They would have come back, and we had 2 amazing saves from Raya, who freaking saved our ass.
My boy Raya.
That save was crazy.
Unreal.
But I think now Raya's going into his like, because a lot of people last season and fans were saying this, and listen, I'm convinced that players do look at social media. So when people say, "Oh, he probably never even heard any of that stuff," no, some big Arsenal channels were saying that. So they definitely look at social media. They definitely watch Arsenal Fan TV. Like they watch AFTV, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I've seen people saying,
you know that Bav, when he was on tour, he said Zinchenko come up to him or something and said, "Oh,
yeah,
I like your channel."
Yeah. Bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they watch these channels. So for people who think that he doesn't hear this, he does hear this, yeah. So a lot of people last season saying, "Oh, give the Golden Glove to Gabriel and Saliba. They're the reason why we got the Golden Glove." Listen, Raya is a good keeper, bro. Raya is a good keeper. Yes, he had some moments last season. It was his first season, bro. Yes, he had some moments where it was a bit shaky. His distribution was a bit shaky, but he's outgrown that now, and he's very good. And that save right there, that game right there, just showed that he's up in his levels, bro. And obviously, he's good, but we can't call him like world class or anything, because a world class keeper is, you have to win stuff and you have to go through like seasons of being at the top level and consistently saving your team. You have to be like Alisson levels or Edison levels for you to be classified as world class, which I don't think he's at yet. But there's plenty of time for him to get there, bro. Do you know what I mean? I think he's only like 27 at the moment, which is young for a keeper, bro. Do you know what I mean? Given that they go into deep into their 30s, bro, as keepers. But
I think he's really good at catching the ball, shots and also crosses, and turning those crosses into an attacking opportunity. I think is a really interesting part of our game, where we think we should be stressing, the ball's coming in, and then all of a sudden big hands come out, he's got it, and it's down the field for Martinelli or something. So I think he's underrated. And I don't know about this world-class stuff, because even Saka, I don't like to say Saka's world-class. I don't want people to think they're world-class, because then they'll try and buy them off us. So shit, man. You don't want our players, man. They're crap. So,
exactly. And just on that, before Catch goes, just on that as well, yeah. When you say like he grabs it and then he's ready to put it out for the attack, yeah. He's very good at looking at the situation and choosing when to do a quick throw or a quick kick, and when to just hold on to it and be like, guys, it's not the right time. He's very good at that. And I've seen that now. Even in the game yesterday, you saw like there was certain times where he could have gone and thrown it, but all 3 of them were, if you look back at the game, when he held it, he was like, no, because all 3 of them were marked. So even if he passed it, Wolves would have probably got possession back and come back on the attack. Do you know what I mean?
I think we've got a strange thing we do when we go a goal up, where we get into this sit and wait mode, and I don't like it. I think it happened to us a lot last season, and we saw it against the Wolves team, where you kind of give them a chance to come into the game. Ultimately, it might give us the chance to score the second if they like overcommit or something, but we kind of take our foot off the gas after the 1 goal, and sometimes we get in those situations where we're doing the passing around. Raya's passed it to Saliba, and Saliba's just giving it straight to Cunha, because we're we're not really trying to go forwards. We're just kind of fucking around. So I hope that they like, and I'm sure Arteta's all over that as like a major thing to rectify.
I think that's like a one-time thing. I don't think we'll ever see Saliba passing like that again.
Not Saliba, but like
it's very weird. No, but that's actually something that we can discuss. Obviously, I know Catch got something to say about the whole situation with Raya, but then after that, I do actually want to discuss that Saliba thing But go ahead, Catch. I knew we were going to say something.
No, with the Raya thing, I think people like underestimate how much trouble he actually gets us out of in terms of what. Sorry, what's your name again? Sorry,
Martin.
That's it. And what Martin said about coming for crosses, he ain't really that tall, but he's not small, but he's very commanding. Like he gets us out a lot of situations. But yeah, that's all I was gonna say. But that little pass out to Saliba as well. He done a couple of them last season, you know, them little weird ones, and I didn't like it. Was fair enough his first game of the season, but yeah, that's the only thing I would be like a bit worried about. But apart from that, yeah, he's cool, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think in regards to that Saliba thing, yeah, I think we won't see that too much because normally Saliba is very composed and he's not even really the passer out guy. He's normally the driving centre back. They'll just be like, okay, if I got the ball, let me just drive at the midfield. Let me just get into the midfield and see what's going on. Let me see what's popping over there. Do you know what I mean? And that's just a situation that we're in. I think we're never really gonna see that again from Saliba. I don't think we're gonna see him passing like that again because I feel like first game of the season, he's just come back. For him, I think we can use that because he wasn't even overall bad. He was still doing his defensive work. It was just his offensive and kicking the ball out and passing it, which was a bit off key. But when does he ever do that? Do you know what I mean? He's constantly consistent, constantly. It's the rare occasion where you'd be like, oh fucking hell, he's just done a wrong pass. Is Saliba all right? There's something wrong with him. Do you know what I mean? So listen, I think it was an overall good performance from everybody all round yesterday. Martinelli, I would have hoped for better, but at least I need to wait and see what happens with the Mikel Merino and obviously
that's when I'll judge him.
Yeah. I need to see the different left-sided people. Oh, fucking hell, what's going on with my TV? I need to see the different that different left side because that's what I'm banking on this left side changing and him getting a bit more of assistance in regards to the overlapping runs and all of that. But overall, I think if we really wanted to get the best out of him, out of Martinelli, I think the thing that they'd have to do is move him in striker. They'd have to do that. And that's for them to get the absolute best out of him. Because I think if he trained him fully to be a striker, because that's if people forget when Unai Emery, when they first brought him in, Unai Emery was actually training him and played him at striker. He never played him at left wing. Do you know what I mean? Arteta came and played him at left wing. Arteta's the one that put him on the wing. So originally he was meant to be a striker. He was always brought on to be a striker. That's what they brought him in for. But now we realize that he's got the blistering pace and that they can be utilized on the wing, but he's an inside forward of all things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he's a striker in the Premier League, maybe in another league, but he doesn't have the ability to win the ball, like hold it up, do that kind of interplay type stuff. And then he's not tall enough to win the headers in the box and do that kind of stuff either. He's got a good finish, potentially, but we haven't seen it in a while. I think he's a little bit predictable for defenders because he wants to cut in on his right and try and bang at top bins. And when he goes down his left, to be unpredictable, he's not very good at crossing or shooting from his left. So I don't know. I think he actually looks all right when he plays on the right. I think it was right wing at the end of the game when Saka came off. He went to right wing. He looks a bit more like comfortable over on the right hand side. Like he's up on the touchline. He's able to use the whole edge of the field. So. It's just one of those things. I don't think naturally he's an inverted winger, but that's just what he's been trained as under Arteta, and he's had to kind of deal with it and put those gears in his game so that he's not running himself into the ground like he was when he first started, just sprinting everywhere and kicking the ball everywhere. But I don't think he'll ever play striker for us in the Premier League.
Yeah. Now go ahead, Catch.
Just said, go on.
No,
I just said
the thing is, I think Martinelli, if we had trained him, I think he could have played that position. I do think he needs to bulk up a bit more if he is going to play striker to muscle people off the ball 100%. I don't think necessarily the tall thing is necessarily a factor. And the reason why I say that is because look at Sergio Aguero, bro. Sergio Aguero was not tall, but he was still... Sergio Aguero was not tall, but for him to have that low center of gravity, I think Martinelli can have the similar thing. Do you know what I mean? He just needs to have that strength on him, which he doesn't.
Yeah,
and
I don't
Aguero's
think
a very special case. Sorry.
Yeah, Sergio Aguero is a special player. You can't really put him in. And Aguero had something about him. Martinelli don't have that stature about him. He ain't really. If you're going to like people that hold up the ball, Saka's more the one that you say has got something about him that could hold up the ball. Martinelli, I don't really see that from him.
Yeah. Obviously, the judge, sorry, I've just seen your comment. You say Martinelli is not good enough to be a starter. He's way too often a headless chicken. The thing is, I think if you put any... If I told you that I am playing... let's use a player. Let's use a player that everybody knows. Philip Foden. What happens when Pep plays him on the wings? What happens when Pep plays him on the left wing? Or plays him on the right wing? Phil Foden just looks like a headless chicken, bro. He doesn't know when to run. He doesn't know when to cut in. He doesn't know when to take shots. But when he's playing in the middle, he's fine because he's comfortable in that position. Same thing with Martinelli. You put him as a touchline winger. You tell him, oh, you just need you to cross. You might be able to cut in sometimes, but majority of the thing you're going to do is cross, try get the ball in, try and put it in, try put the ball in through passing across goal. Try do all of that. Yeah, he's not comfortable in that position. He's not comfortable playing like that. So how can I sit there and criticize a player for when he's played in a position that he's not comfortable in?
I think there's also another factor with Martinelli in that the headless chicken is a benefit. We need a counter-attacking threat in the team at all times. And if we're like getting under the pump, we're like every man back in the box. Martinelli's a guy that's going to run the length of the field and then run the length of the field back to try and defend. And he's often attacking on his own. So we need him to stretch the pitch out because Saka doesn't play on the last man, on the shoulder of the last man. He's sort of always coming inside and playing with Odegaard. So I think it's a feature, and it's how he plays. And he tires the opposition out for Trossard. I don't think Trossard's got the same ability defensively, and he hasn't got the same pace, obviously. So we need to sort of get through the Martinelli stage to get to the Trossard stage of the game.
That's the thing as well. Now go ahead.
I think that was a bit unfair how he played Trossard the whole preseason basically, and then started Martinelli.
No, but do you know what that shows me though? That shows me, and it kind of, for me, it brings a smile to my face because that means that he hasn't truly lost faith in Martinelli. He wants to play him. He wants him to work in this team. Otherwise, he wouldn't have played him. He would have just gone with Trossard because Trossard fits better. He works better. He just works for the system that he's trying to do. But the fact that he's playing consistently, trying to play Martinelli and giving him enough minutes, he didn't get subbed off, did he? Or did he get subbed off?
No, he stayed on, I think.
He stayed on for the whole... No, he played the whole 90 plus. The whole 90 plus, bro. That means that he believes in Martinelli. He subbed off Saka, which thank God. Oh my God. Thank you that you finally, Mikel Arteta's found the sub Saka gene, bro. Finally, bro. We don't need to see this guy freaking get done out for freaking 90 straight minutes, bro. Just playing on the pitch, bro. He wants Martinelli to work. And the fact that he's playing him, I'm excited to see what happens with this new left side. I'm excited. That's why he's brought in Mikel Moreno. That's why he's brought in another player in Calafiori who can play both positions. He can play the inverted and he can play the overlapping because he was doing that at Bologna. So Listen, I'm excited, man. I need to get some water because my throat is dry as hell. But yeah, listen, I'm excited to see what happens with Martinelli, to be honest. But other than that, what we doing? Partey. We need to speak about Partey because
Partey was shocking.
I've heard mixed ratings, man. I've heard certain people say he's shocking. Give me your thoughts. I need to get some water. Give me your thoughts on the Partey, bro. I'll be
Like
back.
on the defensive side, I don't think Partey was that bad. It was just like receiving the ball in tight spaces. It looked like he just was a bit off the ball, but maybe it's because he was injured in this preseason. But for me, it was a bad game for him. But defensively, he was all right. But like going forward and trying to get the ball moving, it weren't working.
He had a couple of good moments where he could put Saka through and on goal, I think. I feel like a lot of the problem with Partey in this game was that he was getting kind of hospital passes. He wasn't getting good passes to feet. And so he was stretching to get the ball, and then he was trying to control it stretched and then also do a pass at the same time. I felt like he got stitched up a couple of times in a few of those. But I saw someone already made a fail comp of Partey's touches, of Zinchenko's touches or something that was going around Twitter. People really want to make sure that he fails. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But I think that Partey, he's got a certain class to him that we might have to. It's kind of like Jorginho, watching Jorginho try to chase a guy that's run past him. You're like, oh shit, that's Jorginho. But when he sees that pass and you sort of know why they're there still. So it's work to do for us. We've got to replace both of them. But I don't know if we replace them this season. And I think Marino and Rice will probably help take some of that load off. If Marino's coming in as kind of like a starter, then I'm expecting Rice to shift back to the 6 kind of position. But I still like Partey. I think he's got an amazing technical ability that we don't really have the ability to replace. And physically, he's able to reach things, but he hasn't had the same explosive pace and acceleration that he used to have.
Yeah. You know what? I agree. I think the only thing that looked off to me in that game, and I'd say it was majority of it was in the first half. Excuse me. Is if you look at Partey in that first half, his physicality, he looked like he'd lost a bit of physicality. He was getting pushed around on the ball, which you're not used to seeing Partey suffer from that. Partey was known for his speed, his physicality, and able to retain the ball and not get it taken off of him easily. Do you know what I mean? His press resistance, this is what Partey is known for. Now, him getting taken off the ball that easy or getting muscled off the ball, that's something that I think we need to look at. Obviously, he's into the final year of his contract anyway. I don't think they're going to renew it anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to take an L on that anyway because nobody's going to buy him now. Apparently, there was some news that came out yesterday that said we're reigniting the whole rumors about Arsenal are open to selling Thomas Partey this summer. Yeah, we've heard that about 50 million times, and still nobody's bought him. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's.
Now's not the time. Maybe in January. Maybe if we're cruising in January, we've got someone else lined up. We can switch him out then. But right now, exactly. I think he still starts for me in the Partey, Odegaard, Rice midfield.
No, 100%. And I think, listen, with Partey, it's always going to be. There's always, obviously he's hated by rivals and to be honest, some of our own fans, obviously because of other stuff that happened. But in regards to the player,
didn't that all get thrown out? Nothing happened.
Bro, well, I don't know. The thing is, I don't even know why I brought it up, bro. I don't even talk about it. It's such a touchy subject. So the thing is, on YouTube, it may be a bit mad. But the thing is, I think as a player, his main issue is the injuries. And if he didn't have the injury issues, I think he'd be world-class, if not one of the best DMs in the league. But with his injury issues, it's a similar thing to Ben White. It's a similar thing to Reece James. Similar thing to Thiago Alcantara. What they all have in common, they're all injury prone as fuck. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a situation that we have on our hands, which is he's injury prone. Also, his wages are very high. Also, the fee that we'll probably want for him is around 40 million, 45 million, which nobody's going to be willing to pay that. So they'll probably want to pay like 20, 25. And yeah, listen, I don't think that will happen, Martin. I don't think that unless Saudi come in January and say, listen, we'll offer you this 45 million, the deal, and then we'll take him. That's something that I think that will happen. But whether
It's a bit of a
Partey
weird
wants to leave-
situation. We don't normally let a player run their contract down anymore. So
Yeah.
either we're going to, we can see that he's got past his medical issues, he's going to get better, and we'll give him an extension, or he's probably going to have to be sold in January, or we lose him for free. I don't know. I just don't see us using him that much in the second half of the season, maybe first half, but we'll see. It's just speculation.
Yeah.
Do you remember that report that come out that said they were treating him as like a 30-year-old, like coming back from his injury, but really he's like 35, and he's Ghanaian as well. Don't put that past him. I don't think he's 31. No way.
Bro, I've heard this so much, bro. Even on Twitter Spaces, people were like, "Bro, I'm telling you that brother is 45. He's lying on his passport." I'm like, "Bro, what's going on?" They started bringing up random people, bro. Like that one guy, bro. I forgot about who he was, bro. I think he played for Cameroon, bro, and he was like 53, bro. But the guy on his thing, it was like 28 or something like that on the as a footballer age, bro. It's fucked.
So what if we theoretically extend his contract for a year at some point during the season? Because he's not worthless, and it'd be silly to like he's still starting for us in the Premier League. So that he's not dead, and it just doesn't seem like us to let an asset go for free anymore. That was an old kind of
yeah, I agree. It is a bit weird to see them let him go for free if that is what's gonna happen, but for me, I don't know if he's gonna leave for free. I think if they do get him out in January, that could be something that could happen. I think the only thing that they're banking on, they might have, obviously we know the whole situation where Saudi came in for him and they were like offering 45 mil and they'll cover his wages and they'll give him the wages that he wants, which I think he wanted to increase his wages to like 300k or something per week. Which, to be honest, for them, a player like that to come to their league, bro, and play, still a big name. Do you know what I mean? Thomas Partey as well. So they're more about the names and more about the images of like what the players can, the fans that the players can bring, and all of that stuff. So I think the reason why we are still keeping him here is because there is like an agreement in principle with a Saudi club that once we get to the January transfer window, we will let you have him because we've got someone coming in place of him. Or we could have the situation where Mikel Merino could be coming in and then we're getting rid of Thomas Partey so we can have that Mikel Merino and Declan Rice midfield, and then you have Odegaard sitting in front of, and what happened to our, do you know what I mean? So I think there's an agreement in place with Saudi.
Well, if Casemiro is still worth something, then Partey has to be. That's my
crazy.
theory.
That's crazy, bro.
It's true though. I mean, I guess he's got more trophies.
He's probably got a bigger name than Partey, obviously, because he's part of that great Real Madrid team, bro. But yeah, right now the stocks are low, bro. The stocks are low for
stocks are low, but I've still got some of them. I've still got a few Partey stocks somewhere.
Oh no, I was talking about the Casemiro stocks, bro. I was talking about the Casemiro stocks. I mean, they're nearly extinct, bro. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, but he had one good game, and everyone's like, he's back. All the United fans were ready to sell him, and then it's like, he actually played all right versus Ipswich. Let's keep him.
That was funny, bro. The 360. It was crazy.
I watch Man U for comedy now, man. You'll know you're gonna see Casemiro go sliding past somewhere. It's like, Man U are funny now. I love him. I love him,
bro. Man United, Chelsea, the whole lot, bro. It's you know what? I just love dancing on graves, bro. So
Chelsea are the worst. Chelsea are the worst for me because you ain't even had like you're not even known to be like that team. You've had like a little stint where you're got, what was his name? Abramovich, with the whole
Yeah,
money scheme and
Abramovich
everything.
era.
And who knows, if he was still allowed to be at Chelsea, they might be getting the City treatment where all of them could have got taken away. It's only because he had to get out of it. So like with Chelsea, they talk a lot, but you just like turn up, like behave yourself.
Yeah, listen,
Point.
yeah, I think right now they need to relax. They need to relax and they need to stay in their lane now, bro, because they're not in the big boy table anymore. They
Well,
sit
they're not
there.
relaxed. They're buying every player under the sun. It was like 115 charges versus
Bro,
115
did you
players
see?
today. That was funny.
I saw that one. I was creasing. Man said, why is it 115 players versus 115 charges, bro? I was creasing. Fucking hell, man. Honestly, that is too funny, man. But listen, now go ahead, bro.
Sure. But overall, though, I know it's a bit going off of the topic, but with Chelsea, that game earlier, I don't think they were that bad.
The thing is, if you look at it, they weren't, but there's still players that were pretty much useless. I think Enzo Fernandez was useless.
Yeah, fact.
Cucurella, listen, the less said about that guy, the better. I think he believed his own hype when he was getting gassed up by the Spanish fans for playing good in the Spanish team, where, let's face it, that Spanish team was made so even if you're not a good player, you'd look good in that Spanish team. The way they had that Spanish team circulate. Yeah, go ahead.
There was
bro.
that footage of him singing that song about Haaland, like, trembling. Guess who's in the background singing the song with like massive, like getting fully into it? It's Rodri. Rodri's there, like going, "Oh, Haaland, making me tremble." Like, what are you doing, Rodri? Like, this is your own teammate that you're.
Bro, listen,
You're
you know what?
celebrating with Cucurella.
Rodri was drunk as fuck, bro. He didn't give a fuck, bro.
That's
He
fair.
was just drunk, bro. He was probably seeing like the clouds, bro. Like I was like, "Oh, what's going on, bro?" You know Jack Grealish in the celebrations of the title, bro. That was Rodri, bro. You know what I mean? Just crazy, bro. Just bopping his head, bro. There's no music playing. Man's bopping his head though, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, listen, I just think it's hella cringe, bro. He believes his own hype, bro. Relax. You came from Brighton, you flopped. So now you have to just be humble and just start to build yourself up, work on your performances. Yeah, but listen, Haaland dunked on him, bro. Did you guys hear what Haaland said?
Yeah.
Did you see the comment?
He wanted his
I don't know if
jersey,
you
and
saw
then
it. He said
What did he
that
say?
Haaland came out in the interview. He said Cucurella is funny. Last year he wanted my jersey. Now this year he's making songs about me. And he said that's really funny, bro. I was like, yes, just cut it off now, man. He got dunked.
you know what else was funny?
Live on TV.
Haaland set a record for the lowest number of passes from any player in a Pep team with 3 passes or something like that the whole game. It's crazy.
For fuck's sake. If he gets to 100 goals, he's gonna be the quickest player by a fair bit, innit? Because this is his 100th game. I think the quickest player to it might be Thierry Henry to 100 goals. And I think that was 152 games, if I'm not wrong.
Are you talking PL only? Because I think he did 90
Premier
goals.
League.
I think all comps he's done 90 goals in 99 games or something, but not in Premier League. Premier League.
Then that might be Premier League. League goals. For Manchester City, he's done 92. I think he scored his 92nd goal today.
Right.
And then getting to 100 goals in like 100. Let's just say, for instance, he scores those 8 goals in the next like 5 or 6 appearances, bro. That's gonna be a fair bit, bro. That he's got to those goals, bro. That's crazy. If you just look at it in perspective of the whole situation in the Prem, bro, like
he's got in the Prem, he's got 67 appearances, 64 goals, 49 wins. So maybe Saliba even beat him to 50 wins, but yeah, that's just Premier League only.
Okay. Yeah, that might be just okay. I might have got that wrong then. But I was gonna say that was about to be mad, bro, if he done that, bro. It's crazy. But anyway, I guess that's it. We're done for the match reaction. It went freaking we're way past the time that we were supposed to do. But listen, big up, lads. I appreciate you guys for coming through and actually doing the match reaction with me, guys. We still got 103 people in here. Big up to Ashley, as I can see that Toka's just been roasting and having arguments with this Ashley guy. He's given up. It looks like his last comment was ages ago. Let's see, when is it? The fact that you have to play 2 DMs against Wolves shows your manager's trust in your defense.
Yeah, I
Big
don't
up
think he's
to
an
Ashley.
Arsenal fan. I'm pretty sure Ashley's a Spurs fan. Pretending
He says he's an Arsenal fan, but being a Spurs, I'd never say I'm a Spurs fan. So you being a Spurs fan and saying you're an Arsenal fan is a bit weird, bro. You're giving off like cuck behavior. Would you let somebody sleep with your missus and watch them? It's a bit weird, bro. It's a bit weird. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good, Ashley. But anyway, Toka is just doing the Lord's work. Obviously, Abdi is here sitting arguing with him. Wow. Newsflash, Abdi is arguing about players at Arsenal. Toxic negative fan, Abdi. You're a toxic negative fan, you fraud. But listen, big up to everybody. Big up to everybody who has tuned in, man. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Links are in the description, man. So make sure to go and follow as well and subscribe. Who is live? Who can we pass you guys to? Who the hell can we pass you guys to? Let's have a look.
Probably Jacob.
Have a look, lads. Is Jacob live?
I don't know, but it's about his time.
Yeah, it's just I don't want everybody to get the Spurs gene if they go.
The bridge, I guess. Sarcasm City TV.
Oh, is Ahmed on?
Yeah, Ahmed's on the bridge apparently.
It's sad again, though. I want to say thanks for having me on, man. Seriously, I appreciate it.
Nah, 100%, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime, honestly, man. And the bridge, guys, the bridge is on. Yeah, Ahmed is live. Guys, I'm gonna pass you over to Ahmed. Yeah, this is what you're gonna do. Yeah, this is what you're gonna do. Poch in. This is what you're gonna. I just want you guys to comment that. Just copy it and just spam it. Yeah, just spam Poch in. Spam Poch in. And I kind of fucked it up. Don't do that one. Poch in. There needs to be a space. There needs to be a space. I don't know why I'm writing it like as if I've never been to school. But Poch in, bro. Just right here. Just copy and paste this and then just put it in his chat. Yeah. Let's just spam it, bro, so he can just get pissed off. Guys, listen, it's been amazing. I'll see you in the next one, people. We'll be back tomorrow at some point. I think I'm on Shik's channel for Mud Brothers, but Shik. I'm on his channel for Mud Brothers. And then after that, I'll probably be doing a stream later on. It might be a Gooner Lounge. So stick by for that. Martin will probably be there. Catch will probably be there as well. Possibly.
Stir in the pot.
There you are.
Thank you again. Hey, Martin, nice to meet you as well, mate.
Yeah, man.
I'll catch you in a bit.
Guys, we are.
See you on the shows.
Nice one. Peace out, guys. Peace.